So this is Yamaha R7. It's a brand new bike. It has something around 600 miles on it right now, and it's the 60th anniversary MotoGP edition, so it has a nice color, kind of like retro style coloring. So what about this bike? Well, a lot of you guys would say, and you probably already know, that it is a restyled MT-07, which is the other model from Yamaha, the naked version. And that it's supposed to be same. It has same horsepower, it has same everything except the fairing, right? But it's not really actually that. I think Yamaha did a great job, and it really feels quite different than the MT-07. I had the chance to test ride the previous year, or previous model year from 2021, and I had it for a week, and I did a couple of hundred miles on it, and I just loved it. It's a great naked bike, and great for anybody who is starting with bikes and want to have quite powerful and good looking naked bike. And I also, the styling of the MT-07 is really debatable, and a lot of guys love it and a lot of guys hate it, even more maybe hate it, but I personally liked it. It's kind of it has that Batman look to it, and it's a great bike. And if you don't consider the styling, it's very neat bike. But this feels a little bit different, and I would not even tell that it's from MT-07 except for the exhaust sound, which is, yeah, it's the same engine, but it feels quite different. The basic thing is that the riding position here is a lot more up front, so you get that sportier position, and you don't have those high up bars, which on the MT-07 they're like this. And here you sit really like on a sports bike or super bike. And even more that I have a GSXR 750, and this feels even like more compact and almost like an 600, that you have really everything close and you're like in a shell, and I like it. I mean, I got comfortable like in few seconds, and even though I feel like a little bit like cramped than on my GSXR, but I was shocked that I can do 200 kilometers, which is like 120 miles on one take, and I don't feel like exhausted or anything. And I mean, yeah, you can feel the shoulders after a while, but that's on every single bike like this. So that's for the comfort of this bike. And I personally, I feel like it would do everything that I put on it. You can ride in the city since it's really compact sized. You can ride on the highway. You can do pretty much really comfortable highway speeds on this, and you also have the power on it, the power while doing it, available power while doing it. And also you can I think go on racetrack with this, although it's not R6 or anything. It doesn't have that power, but for a beginner I would say that it's really good starter bike to go on racetrack, because, and you can argue with me and I'm okay with that, and you can also like feel free to comment down below. It would help a lot, but we can start the discussion about this. So I think that V-twins for the racetrack are better than inline fours for the beginner, because you're in a racetrack and you're doing a curve and you have higher gear than you're supposed to have. Well, in inline 4 you're pretty much done. You will not get the power. I mean, okay, you have the leader bike, okay, but we're talking about 600s. You don't get that much power down below, and here I think it's much better. You get that really like instant power. You don't have this on inline 4s, and even my 750 doesn't have that much pulling force from nothing to something, you know, like you can really like feel it. So yeah, maybe it's nothing new for you guys, but I just wanted to state that I really like it. And for me, as I'm not like a Valentino Rossi, and I don't really I'm learning, and you know, I'm not a pro, so I kind of like this one even more than my 750 in terms of some riding occasions. This is even better than my 750, I have to say. In some moments, in some ways, yeah, in some ways it's even better than my 750 actually, but also, okay, it doesn't have even close of its power and, you know, everything, so it's not really comparable. But I have to say that for a beginner who wants to have a race bike which looks like race bike and really nice, neat design and sleek, you know, and who wants to race or ride like, you know, more spirited way and look cool on it, I think this is the bike to go. And also for commuting, I mean, I don't care, it's a nice bike. It has 5.5 liters per 100 kilometers consumption. It doesn't drink the fuel like crazy. It has nice sound, and I think when you put an aftermarket exhaust on it, it must sound really, really nice. It must be that rumble and, you know, nice sound. It must have nice sound. So, and also only one basically thing which is not really practical, and this is pretty much the thing for every single super bike, which you have to consider, that you don't have that turning radius. It's really limited by everything, which is really tight on together, and every single sports bike has that minus, which is that you don't have that turning radius. So when you're like standing on like a tight spot and you want to turn around, it's really pain in the beep, and you have to get used to back up a couple of times to get from that space. Okay, but that's only one thing, and you can pretty much get used to it after a while. Sometimes it's really unpleasant that car is waiting for you in a small like spot, and he's like, oh my god, the biker is really a noob. But you know, it's okay, I think. And so okay, it's really great bike, and the pricing is 9,000 for the base model and 10,000 for this anniversary version. And well, that would be really up to you, but I like the blue color on the regular one, the blue metallic. I don't know the color name, but that one is really nice. But I also love this retro styled look to it. It's really, really nice, and you get that vibe from the 80s, you know, maybe even since it's 60th, that must be even further down the history. But I would say that, well, to me it reminds me of a 80s, some, you know, Yamahas, and yeah, but maybe I'm wrong. Okay guys, so let's wrap this up. Yamaha R7, great bike for some beginner who wants to have a neat looking bike and look cooler on it than on MT-07, and also for somebody who wants to do more well, let's say racing or street legal racing, you know what I mean. You can set up your suspension, and so you can put it in a soft or hard position, and also this is too soft and hard, and also you have that quick shifter, so when you shift up you don't need to push the clutch, so that's nice. And that's also plus when you are on the racetrack, that you can adjust everything to your liking, and just you know, it's better for rider. Sunstorm, okay, so that's it guys. I appreciate your support, and bye bye, peace.